Welcome, 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 welcome. Sorry I'm late, but we weren't home. We were gone, and I wasn't going to do one, but we got home earlier than I expected, so I decided I would do one tonight. Um, when we left, I didn't know when we was going to be back, so I didn't post it. I wasn't going to be on, and it got later than what I thought. But just a little bit outside. Have to work. I know. No. Most likely there will not be one tomorrow night. I'm going to that car show, and then I don't know what else I'm doing after that. So I figured I'd get one in tonight. Yeah, very gorgeous. Huh, Pumpkin? Yeah, you're a good baby. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Lay down. Lay down. There we go. She's been all over Kathy today and all over me today. I went in there and sat in my chair, watched TV, and she jumped right up on my chest and laid down. I said, "Excuse me, I'm watching TV," but it didn't make a difference to her. Is that right, Pumpkin? Yeah. He's in the class here. Hot and dry today. It was hot and dry today too. Pretty girl. Yes, sir. Yes. I did a video today. Probably will have it out tomorrow. It was 25 minutes long. I did a stroll through the park. Got some homeless people by the river tattooing each other. Yeah, that's always nice. And you, no, they weren't in the van. No, they were sprawled out over on a blanket, tattooing each other. But that's got to be sanitary. Oh, it's a pretty girl. I made the Doug Spade show. Doug Spade's a radio personality on Facebook. He mentioned my name. I'm a celebrity. I is. Aren't I, Pumpkin? Papa's a celebrity. Yeah. It don't matter what they think, huh? You know I'm right. Yeah, girl. I wouldn't put up with that shit. I'd go get him. He called you a mangy cat. It probably was. It probably was the same one. Yeah. This old sleepy cat is pathetic, I'm telling you. I didn't see my name on that list either. I see the Clintons' names were on that list. I even seen Robert Kennedy Jr.'s name was on that list. I don't know if they went together or not. Probably. Here, get up. Come on. There you go. Let's see. Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio, Alan Dershowitz, John Connolly, Richard Branson, Al Gore, Stephen Hawkins. Yeah, he's dead. Michael Jackson, he's dead, supposedly. Kevin Spacey, he's a perv anyways. George Lucas, Kate Blanchett, Naomi Campbell, Heidi Klum, Bruce Willis, Cameron Diaz, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Bill Gates, Prince Andrew, Madonna, Hillary, and Bill Clinton, and Joe Biden. And I'm pretty sure, um, oh, Chuck Schumer went, and so did Schiff. Pretty sure. Can't say so, but I'm pretty sure. Hey, Teddy, shoot! You old snuggle bunny, you! Hi, Teddy. Oh, yeah. Then easier say who wasn't on the list. Yeah. Oh, man. I even got a nappy, but I'm tired still. Good evening, Kathy. You and Tony are looking lovely as ever. Well, you're welcome. We did go to the lawyer today. He's gonna fire off a letter to the guy and see if that gets anything moving. So if that don't, in 30 days we're gonna start another process, I guess. Huh, just a second. Okay.
Well, get that.
Poor kitty, Kenny. She's stepping on the cat.
Oh, you shouldn't have been in.
Poor kitty. Poor baby. Are you okay, Pumpkin? Huh? Well, sweetie pie, got mushed on, you know? Just sitting there minding your own business, sitting in front of her and get stepped on. I believe there's a lot of people that are on the list that aren't on the list, if you know what I mean. You know, they're trying. That they were told that there was no list. Now they got to bring out a list because they've been saying there was a list. So they're probably cleaning the list up. What you looking at her for, Pumpkin? Huh? See that mean old woman that stepped on you? Yeah, go get her. Get her. You got a pear off a pear tree? A pear? pumpkin. Anyways, we went and got a couple packages of toilet paper and a paper towel and a couple of Bahama Mamas and a thing of Cheeto balls or cheese balls or whatever you want to call them, Cheetos. Then we went to the Coney Island for lunch. Kathy had a bacon cheeseburger with onion rings, and I had two chili dogs with onions and chili and mustard on them, and onion rings. And we both, and I haven't done this in years, I actually had a Diet Coke for lunch. She had a root beer. We don't normally buy pop when we eat. We normally just drink water. Um, so then we went to Bits and Brews tonight for dinner before we went to the store. It's a new restaurant in town. Went there twice already. Our first and last time. I didn't like it. She didn't like it. Been there twice already. My first and last time. I ordered patty melt, and the thing absolutely did not have any flavor whatsoever. They did not season the burger at all. Oodles and noodles, I know. I actually love beef and noodles and chicken noodle soup and all. I like a lot of stuff with noodles in it. I got a few chuck roasts out there. One of these days I'm gonna bring them in, thaw them out, cube them up, put them in a pan, saute them or fry them, and then coat them in flour, put them in uh, crock pot with some beef broth, and let them cook, and then add some noodles later. Maybe throw in some mushrooms with it, and then put in some noodles and have some homemade beef and noodles. Let's see. Excuse me. That was the ring that went off. There's a guy on a mobility scooter driving by. So how was your pear off the pear tree? Was it any good? Yeah, our apples and our pears and stuff like that generally up here are not ripe until the end of August or middle of September, somewhere around there. I want Johnny's job too, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's the little things in life that are great, isn't it? The things that are pretty. Yeah, Johnny gets to go all over. The beach, California, Florida. Hate to be Johnny if they send him up in Alaska during the middle of winter. You know, gotta take the good with the bad. No. Uh, Anybody got plans for the weekend? I said I'm gonna go to that car show, and I don't know what we're gonna do after that. But I know I want to go to an auction Saturday morning. So you never have plans? Just do it on the whim? Just do it. That's right. Just do it. Spontaneous. That's the way to be. It's spontaneous. In recovery this weekend? Yeah. Well, hopefully that letter that got sent out or is getting sent out does some good. 'Cause the way he was talking today, it'll be a year or 18 months before we get it into court and get it settled. I said, well, I can't wait that long. Had a pork burger. Those are always good. Slice of cheese on it, some mayo, and some banana peppers. Yeah, we have everything. The only thing we don't have is the land contract, and neither does he. And what we're both thinking is that the lawyer sent it off to the title company, and then when he got it back, he didn't mail it out to us. Well, the lawyer's dead now. So it is all simple math. The way we figured it, um, and so did a different lawyer, is we overpaid like $11,000. The amortization on it. So, and this lawyer, he says you've overpaid, but I don't know how to figure out how much you've overpaid. I'll have to get an accountant to do that. And that's what I told Kathy before. We're probably going to have to get an accountant, have him go through everything, and he can tell you right down to the last penny what is owed to who and who owes it. Order me this, Batman. That's right. I have to powder real quick. Well, that's basically what the land contract is. High Mallard amortization. Well, it is filed at the courthouse. But that's all it is. It's filed at the courthouse. The contract's not there. Now, they told me when I went to ask them, I said, "Yeah, what we do is we scan. We normally scan the land contract, photocopy it, and put it right in with the register of deeds, so the land contract's there." I said, "So you might have a land contract?" "Yep, we might have it." They went and looked and said, "Nope, he didn't pay to have that done." I said, "Okay, another day in paradise." Oh, well, at least it's not. I can feel you coming in the air tonight. that's the thing. Um, we got to find out if he still has, if he has a mortgage on it through the bank. So that's the biggest deal right there. We got to find out if it's still got a mortgage on it, which it shouldn't, but everything looks like it still does because it hasn't been released. So, oh, most likely. Okay. Yeah, sure. Judge Judy. I know how that guy feels for your viewing pleasure. Judge Mathis. Oh, straight from Pennsylvania. I pulled the plug. Problem. Why was he one of their special guest stars or something? Especially. I don't know how he got on there either. Well, Tyrus, as a black man, can't you agree with us that Trump's a racist? No, I can't. What do you mean you can't? Why, why, why can't you agree with us? Listen here, you old ninny. You're the racist. Yeah. You know, things could be a lot worse for everybody. You know, you could be married to Joy, whatever her name is. You know, Joy Bear, whatever her name is. You know. That would be horrendous. And I remember Whoopi one time saying she's had 6 abortions, and I said, "Huh, imagine that! I couldn't have believed somebody would have sex with you 6 different times." That's one day you would have loved to watch it. I know, I know. Yes, the wrestler. I know it's hard to believe, isn't it? Oh, everything's always smoother when you're intoxicated. They have boxes on Fox? Huh. Didn't notice. You going fox hunting? That one, I can't remember her name, but the one with the glasses that's a Democrat, I can't stand her. The one that Jesse gets in arguments with all the time. You like a little hair? Yeah. Yes, yeah, Jessica. Yeah. Nope. I don't watch Netflix or Hulu. I had Netflix for 2 years. I think I only watched maybe 4 or 5 times. I canceled that because I didn't want it no more. I had Hulu, and I liked Hulu until they raised it up to like $90 a month. And no, I ain't paying you $90 a month. Sorry. So I can watch TV. And that's on top of your internet because you can't get Hulu without internet. So it's a vicious circle. Used to be able to get cable TV and satellite TV. You can't hardly get that anymore. So everything comes through the internet. So you have to pay for the internet, then you got to pay for the TV service. And there ain't much to watch. I got a TV service right now that has 5,000 channels, and there ain't nothing on it to watch. Come on, get up here. You know you want to. Come on. There you go. Right on. Oh, kisses. Yeah. But so is FM radio. You're on my shirt. You don't need your claws out. I watch Fox um, Reels, um, Gilligan's Island, Green Acres. Um, what's the other one? Oh shit. Green Acres, Gilligan's Island. There's a third one that I watched right there in a row. I can't remember that one, but they do have some good stuff on Patrol. Um, oh, the old Lost in Space. I watched that. Then Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, um, Land of the Giants. Those are all TV shows that I watch, series. And then Mrs. Brown and the Boys and Mr. Bean, and I watch baseball. No, I ain't glued to the set. But I think the kitty's glued to me. But here she is. All right, Pumpkin. I'll tell you what. I think this cat loves me. She loves her nana, but she's got to lay on top of me anymore all day long. For some reason, I have no idea why. High definition radio? Probably. Best radio you ever seen or best radio you ever heard? We both got cars, you can get Sirius radio on it. I don't, she doesn't have it on hers and I don't have it on mine, but I don't never turn the radio on in my car or the van. Never. I know it works, but I don't ever turn it on. The only time I ever do turn it on, hello, Mr. Mock. The only time I ever do turn it on is if the weather's bad and I want to see what the weather's going to do. Well, would you like another one? Free of charge. We'll box her up and send her. Dale? Huh. Did he tell you yes or no? Did you ask him what the price of copper was? I'm sure he knows what the price of copper is. As under confinement? Yeah. They do rule there. I can't wait either. I'm college football is the only thing I really like watching. High school football and college football. Other than that, I haven't watched a professional football game in years. Once they started whining and crying and complaining, and you know, rich millionaires like that, they're bitching. Are you ready for some football? Are you ready to partay? I watch all sorts of football. It doesn't. I watch the Michigan games as much as possible, and then the Michigan State games. But I'll watch Idaho and or Iowa, I mean, and Boise and Oregon Ducks, Tennessee. I'm a Wolverine. Pee Wee football, hell yeah. Yeah, they've ruined NASCAR, and it does. If you have the Discovery Plus channel, go into the search engine and look up Soapbox Derby. And they have there's two. I think there's two seasons or one season of Soapbox Derby racing. And these things are cool, man. They do them all over the world. I like drag racing. I'm talking with cars too, and I'm not talking about trannies. You know, running in tennis shoes. That's a whole different kind of drag racing. Yeah, he's a pretty good coach. I bet it was good. Jamaican bobsled team? Yeah, man. Oh. Well, we got a drag strip up in Milan, and it's probably been there since then too, if not before. And they just redone it this year. Um, I don't even know if it's been officially opened yet or not because they're redoing it. Well, see, that's where the problem is. They were there probably before anybody else was, so they shouldn't have any problem with people bitching about noise. They should have knew that was going to be there. They should have been grandfathered in. Is it open? I just seen something the other day where they were working on it still on Facebook. Guy was some announcer or whatever from CKLW. Oh, well, that's good. Our son raced up there a couple of times with his Hayabusa. Well, that's nice. Well, he must have money to burn, huh? They can't make money without spending money, and people aren't going to go to a track that's all torn up to watch people that can't race because the track's all bad. Did you lose your license and now you don't drive? Huh. Well, that'll bring back drag racing. And I'm not talking about transvestites nights in tennis shoes either. What do you want now? Huh? They're looking at you. Yeah, they are. Saying what a spoiled kitty. I was kind of hoping Street Outlaws would come up to MIS one time. Spirit. Kenny said hi. Kenny said hi. Hey, quit. Kenny said hi. Look at Kenny. Kenny said hi. She is pretty. I tell her that all the time. You're a pretty kitty. See? Look at her. There you go. Now she'll, every once in a while, she'll lay on top of me, and in the middle of the night I'll wake up and she'll be laying with her belly on top of me, one paw on one side of me, and her head and the other paw on the other side of my neck, just asleep and away, all stretched out. I'll look at her and say, "Are you comfortable?" I hope so. You're a good girl. Anyways, I was kind of hoping Street Outlaws would go up there. I'd go up there and watch them, but they ain't never been up there. They probably won't go up there. There ain't enough, probably isn't enough audience participation for them to make any money. Bam. So anyways, about tomorrow night, I most likely will not be here. So if you're looking for something to do on Friday night, you might want to find someplace else. Huh. Party Palace. Are you ready to say goodnight? Say goodnight. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, when you find out, let me know. There you go. That'd be nice. Okay, everybody. It's time for me to get out of here. Y'all have a great night. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace, and I will see you Sunday night. Spirit says good night. She said good night, all. Take care, everybody. I'm waiting for 9:30. It's close. Real close. It's so close, it's pathetic. It's here. Have a blessed day.